Consciousness drifted back like a fading echo, eyelids fluttered open, only to be immediately stabbed by an overwhelming flood of light. You winced, vision blurring, your eyes taking time to adjust. Slowly, the white haze cleared and the world around you came into focus. It wasn't in any place you recognized. It was beautiful, uncomfortably beautiful. Elegant room stretched around you, too perfect to be real. The walls were adorned with soft golden lighting, glowing like trapped fireflies. A massive mirror stood across from you, framed in dark wood and curved with intricate designs. Glass vases overflowing with white leaves were placed carefully near the corners. Long velvet curtains framed an enormous windows that poured moonlight into the room like liquid silver. Sit up, that's when you felt it, a grip, something holding you down. Your breath caught that instinctively hurt. Your hands wouldn't move. Both wrists were bound tightly to the bedposts. Panic surged through your veins like poison wine, whispering shakingly, Where am I? Who brought me here? Thudded quietly as you struggled again, but your strength failed. No matter how much you fought, the restraints barely moved. Frustration turned to helpless fear. Suddenly footsteps, firm and hurried, getting closer. You froze, every muscle tightening in instinct. You slammed your eyes shut, pretending to be unconscious. Footsteps stopped near your bed, silence, then a faint scent of cologne, dark, muscling, familiar. A low voice brushed against your ear like a blade made of velvet. Took you long enough. A wave of dread rolled through your spine. You stayed still, breathing slow, hoping he would believe the act, but the voice grew colder. The act. I know you're awake. Open your eyes. Your pulse hammered painfully. You didn't want to, but you had no choice. Slowly opened your eyes, and there he was, Jungkook. Standing beside you, one hand casually resting on the bed spot, as if he owned the air you breathed. Your own suspicion was true. Wine, voice trembling with defiant. Sir, why am I tied up? Why did you bring me here? Jungkook didn't answer immediately. He just stared. Then he smirked, a smile that wasn't kind. A smile that said, "It belongs to me now, Jungkook. Enough acting now. I know everything. You didn't come to work for me." He leaned closer, his breath brushing your skin. "You came to catch me." Utterly silent at his confession, words failed you. The presence had finally run out. You realized there was no use acting any longer. Jungkook eased himself onto the edge of the bed, the room shrinking around them with the weight of his presence. "Jungkook, you really thought I would not notice?" he said, voice calm and cold. "I knew a long time ago, and yes, there is something of yours I kept." In his pocket and produced an object that caught the light and flashed. Your breath hissed. It was a chain you had thought you would lost. Jungkook held it up between them as if displaying a trophy. "Jungkook, you remember that night?" he murmured. "It didn't take long for me to realize it was you. At first I thought about killing you. I almost did. But then I thought, let's see what you will do. Let's see how you move." He took a slow step closer. Your heart thudded against your ribs. But everything changed. He continued, voice dropping to a whisper as he leaned in so close you could feel his breath. "I decided not to kill you. Do you want to know why?" At his mouth, unable to tear your eyes away. His gaze held yours, dark and intense. "Because of your lips," he said, soft as a vow. "They stopped me. Being near you feels different. It's something I have never felt before. So from now on, you will stay with me. You won't go out anymore. Everyone will be told you're missing." He bent and pressed a brief, impossible kiss to your lips. Then he straightened as if the moment meant nothing and began to move toward the door. Rose first spied the tremor in it. time. Do you really think you can keep me locked away like this? I know things, everything. I know what you do, where you do it, who you are. I will expose you. The people who once loved your face will look at you with hatred. I will bring it all into the light. Jungkook's smile curved, slow, dangerous. He turned his head just enough for you to see the amusement in his eyes. Jungkook, so you claim to know everything? He said lightly. Tell me then, how far will you go? With that, he left the room, the door closing on the echo of his last sentence. Jungkook walked down the stairs slowly. Luca was already waiting there. As soon as he saw Jungkook, he stepped forward. Jungkook stared at him with a grave expression. Luca, boss, is it really okay to keep her tied up like that? He asked carefully. She is not just an ordinary girl. What if things turn against us? Jungkook gave him in response made Luca instantly regret speaking. A shiver ran down his spine. Jungkook, and do you think I am an ordinary man? He replied coldly. Tell someone to take food for her. If she needs anything, she gets it. Untie her hands, but I want strict security outside her room. Without waiting for a response, Jungkook turned and walked away. Luca exhaled and headed straight to the kitchen. He found the headmaid there. Mrs. Kim, Luca said, you have been asked to take food upstairs. If madam needs anything, assist her. Boss said to remove her restraints. Saying that, Luca left. Mrs. Kim arranged the meal on a tray and quietly went upstairs. Entered the room. You lay silently on the bed, eyes open but distant. Your mind was racing, thinking of every possible way to escape. You were not staying here, no matter what. Everyone at outside must be worried. See, Kiko, had he eaten? Was he crying? The thought pierced your chest. You tried tugging at your restraints again, but your hands were too tightly bound. Footsteps. Your eyes snapped toward the door. An elderly woman walked in holding the food tray. She placed it gently on the table, then approached you. To your surprise, she calmly untied your hand. You stared in disbelief. Why Jungkook would not allow this? Why would she? Seeing your confusion, Mrs. Kim gave a kind smile. Food, she said softly. The washroom is that way. If you need anything, call me. Saying no more, she walked out, leaving you sitting there, free but trapped. You slowly sat up. Your eyes instinctively went to your wrist. They were covered in deep red marks, raw and agitated from the restraints. You winced slightly and tried to rubbing them gently, hoping to ease the pain, but it didn't help. Taking a steady breath, you stood up. The first time you properly took in the room. The luxurious detail of it, your gaze fell on the washroom door. Without hesitation, you walked straight in. You entered, you caught your reflection in the mirror. Your entire body was drenched in sweat and hair messy, face pale. You could even smell yourself, and it was unbearably disgusting. You felt restless, uncomfortable, claustrophobic in your own skin. With no other option, you turned on the shower. Water hit you like relief and exhaustion all at once. You stood under it longer than you needed to, almost afraid to step back into reality. Once it was done, you wrapped yourself in a towel and froze. I don't have any clothes, you muttered under your breath. Great, now what? Carefully peeking out of the washroom, you stepped out quietly, only to find a neatly folded set of clothes placed on the bed. You hesitated, then approached slowly. They were woman's clothes. You didn't bother overthinking it, slipping into them, and to your shock, they fit perfectly. Even my undergarment size is right. Seriously? That's creepy. Shaking your head in disbelief, you sit down with the food tray. You didn't want to eat, but you wasn't stupid. You need strength if you plan to escape. Starving yourself would only weaken you, so you picked up the spoon and began eating, mind already calculating your next move. After a while, you decided to try going downstairs. At first, you thought of sneaking up quietly, but then stopped. If I act suspicious, they will get suspicious. So instead, you confidently opened the door and walked out. To your surprise, everyone saw you, yet no one stopped you. No one asked you anything. They only nodded and offered polite greeting, nothing more. That made you even more uneasy. Slowly, you descended the stairs. The entire house was active, people doing their work like everything was normal, but their silence toward you was anything but normal. You made your way toward the kitchen, where you found the woman who had brought you food. Mrs. Kim turned and smiled warmly. Mrs. Kim, oh ma'am, your hair, the dress fits you perfectly. Wine, straight-faced. Who bought it? Mrs. Kim chuckled softly. Mrs. Kim, Master did. There are more clothes in your wardrobes. You may try them if you like. You went quiet. How does Jungkook know my exercise so accurately, even the inner wear? You shook off the thought and continued exploring the entire house. No doors lead outside, at least not any that weren't guarded or locked. Still, you didn't give up. From what you could tell, this wasn't some hidden mansion far away. It was in the city, probably Jungkook's own residence, perfectly normal looking from outside, perfectly silent in its by the large window as night fell. No sign of Jungkook yet. You stayed there silently, staring outside until you heard footsteps behind you and turned. Jungkook had finally returned. His face was unreadable, calm, but too calm. Jungkook walked straight toward you. Jungkook, found any exist yet? His gaze without flinching. Why, very soon, he smiled faintly. Jungkook, I will be waiting. Suddenly he took your hand. The sudden warmth startled you. Stiffened instinctively. Without a word, Jungkook pulled out an ointment from his pocket and carefully applied it to the red marks on your wrists. Watched him silently. His touch was gentle, too gentle for someone who had kidnapped you. Your heartbeat grew louder. You tried to steady your breath, but you had a feeling he could hear it. The cool night breeze from the window brushed past them, lifting your hair softly. Finishing, Jungkook spoke quietly. Jungkook, get some sleep, it's late. And then he walked away, leaving you standing there, confused between anger, fear, and something you didn't want to name. You lay on the bed, but no matter how many times you rolled from on the side to other side, your sleep refused to come. With a frustrated sigh, you sat up, while muttering to herself, no one's around at this hour. I should take another look around the house while I can. You didn't rush, just prepared. You grabbed a black hoodie and slipped it on, pulling the hood over your head. In the darkness, you would be nothing more than a shadow. You carefully cracked open the door, stepping out silently. Your footsteps made no sound as you moved down the hallway. Through the large window and froze. The entire property was swarming with bodyguards. You clicked your tongue silently. Still, you proceeded down the stairs. Strangely, no guards were inside. Perfect. You started checking every corner of the lower floor, pressing every wall, testing every door, but no exit. reaction was about to kick in, you noticed something. A door stood slightly ajar. Moving like a cat, you slipped through it and found yourself in a garden. No words. You instantly kept to the shadows, moving from one bush to another, making sure even the moonlight would not catch you. Then you spotted it again, but several guards were standing right in front of it. Damn it! You crouched low behind a tree, staying perfectly still. Minutes passed, then hours. Your legs are cramping. Mosquitoes were feasting on you like it was their only buffet. Whispering furiously, these guards will never leave, will they? And these mosquitoes, they have turned me into their full-course dinner. Finally, a few birds began walking away, probably for a bathroom break, but two of them stayed. You needed a distraction. Your eyes scanned the ground. You spotted a few small stones. You grabbed them quietly. Aiming for the opposite side of the wall, you threw them hard. The sound echoed. The girls turned immediately and started heading toward the noise. This was it. Under her breath, close your eyes and run. Whatever happens, happen. And Kiko, I miss you so much. I don't even know if you even eaten. I am coming, baby. Just wait. Without another thought, you sprinted, not looking left, not looking right, just running, unaware that high above, someone was watching you.